Is the artificial intelligence takeover here? Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog. So thank you for joining me for tea time. We're just going to talk a little bit about artificial intelligence today. Now, in the last vlog, we had a really good debate in the comment area in regards to my question, does mirrorless cameras signal the end of professional photography? Does it? Yes or not? There was a lot of pros, there was a lot of cons, and you guys just came out with some amazing, amazing comments. And as we all know, cameras today, basically the tech behind them can just allow a monkey to take a good picture. Okay? You don't have to be that great. You can put that thing on P for professional, I'm joking, and take a good picture and it'll be good enough. And we are currently in the good enough era where people are not looking for stellar. They're looking for something that is good enough. Mediocrity is in a rise, let's just say. Now, a lot of you guys said and comment that there was a lot of things that the camera can't do. Number one of them that you came up with was composition, which is absolutely the case. It is very important to be able to put things exactly where you want them. Also, you guys talked about lighting control and being able to do off-camera lighting and sculpting lighting exactly how you want it and putting people in a good light that is, let's say, flattering to their features, which is very, very important and is most of the time overlooked. I think that lighting is probably one of the big things. And you guys talked about flash and how the EVF wasn't really going to capture the flash, which is right. Now, I was saying how EVF is almost like an augmented reality in comparison to a viewfinder. The electronic viewfinder, when you look through it, what you see is that altered reality. What it is telling you the image will look like when you pull that trigger. What you guys were saying, and was absolutely the case, it can't take into consideration the flash, especially off-camera flash, which is 110% correct. When I was thinking about this at the time, I was like, that would be really cool if a camera manufacturer came up with something that, let's say the EVF was connected directly to the camera's flash system. And the EVF now, the software is getting, well, the position of the flash, in other words, the head, is it pointing directly at the model? Is it pointing up at 45 degrees? Whatever the case might be. Also, what is the power that is currently set to, which is very important. And finally, the distance of the subject. All that stuff can easily be put into that software, and then through computation, they could probably come up with a pretty good representation in that augmented reality, that EVF, that will show you what that flash will do. Does anyone do that yet? I don't believe so. If I'm wrong, put that in the comments below. Also, posing. That was one of the major things you guys talked about, was posing. The camera can't pose, and posing is so important, once again, to accentuate people's positives, right? And lessen those negatives a little bit. Very, very important. And you need to be a good poser to get good images from the model, no matter what, even if they're a good model. Also, you guys talked about quality shots and getting those shots in extreme situations. Very, very important. When the chips are down, can you still pull it out? I would like to add on to that is, can you do it consistently? That is what a professional must do. You can't just every once in a while take a good shot. You have to be able to get the shot and then in absolutely the worst circumstances, still pull it out. That's what a pro does, and they do it daily. Also, what I'd like to add to the list that wasn't in the comment area is I think that especially event photographers, they need to be psychic. Like, what is that supposed to mean? Well, you need to be intuitive. And the reason being, I'll give you an example. Let's say you're a wedding photographer. Well, you need to know when the bride is going to kiss the groom. You need to know when there's going to be the exchanging of rings. You need to also know when the bride is about to cry, or if the groom is starting to well up. To get those shots, okay, we need to be able to know without knowing what is happening or what is going to happen, because we only have a split second to capture it. Now, eventually, everyone's going to be shooting video, and we'll be pulling out 20 megapixel images right from video, and it really doesn't matter anymore, right? We'll be getting every shot, okay? But until then, we need to be psychic, right? We need to be intuitive. So there's a plethora in the comments of a ton of other ideas and thoughts that were really just amazing. And it was awesome. If you guys haven't watched that video, please do so, the very last vlog. Now, today I want to talk to you about an article that I was just reading that Huawei, which is a smartphone manufacturer, was putting together a contest, a photo contest. But what was interesting here was the contest, one of the judges was going to be AI, artificial intelligence. The computer was going to be a judge. Whew. Guys, did we hit rock bottom now? Okay. Is everything that we're talking about starting to come to pass? That is really nuts. That is crazy. An AI judge. You know, the idea here that a artificial intelligence or a list of programs that say yes, yes, no, no, can actually determine the quality of a photograph, to me is absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd. I mean, I don't know. How is it even possible? Now, let's look at it in a different way. It is possible for AI to determine lines, right? It's possible to determine the subject and the subject placement and bokeh and sharpness and contrast and saturation and a host of other stuff. But I don't think it can judge creativity. Now, we all know, any of you guys that have went to a art school or a photography school, you know that we learn this rule book of things that you do in photography. Why did we learn it? We learned it so that we can break those rules. And the best photographers break the rules to such a degree that the rules are just completely gone. You don't even look at it anymore. You just look at the image for what it is, even though every rule is broken. Now, how would AI be able to do that? It can't, in my opinion. I don't know. Can an AI do that? I really don't know. So I want to ask you in the comment area below, put your thoughts. Do you think AI, artificial intelligence, will be able to replace the creatives, the judges, the people that are out there looking at images? Can they replace the DP, the director of photography, the creative director? Can it determine images or video clips that are going to be more acceptable to a certain demographic? Is it possible? I don't know. I'm going to leave that question up to you. So let's talk about it a little bit. I think it's interesting. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please throw me a big thumbs up. That would be awesome. Smash that subscribe button so you can get all my content when it becomes available, and click the bell icon so when it is available, you will be notified of it. And finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools that I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me. Happy shooting. Take care.